Joining me now, Arizona Senate candidate General Mick McGuire. General, this is a move back toward Trump-era policy, and clearly, I would say, an indication that Biden and company see the border as maybe not a immigration or even criminal or drug problem, but a political problem for them.
Yeah, good morning, Dagan. I think you're right. I've said before, Biden and his administration have been derelict in their duty in executing federal responsibilities at the border. As you mentioned, we've had just a flood of individuals and illegal drugs crossing the open border here in southwestern Arizona, and it is really affecting our communities. I say all the time, border security is human security here in Arizona, and Biden's catch and release policies are failing. They're failing badly.
But isn't that something that Democrat and Republican alike are united on in Arizona? I know that Senators Mark Kelly and Kyrsten Sinema have been united to back up the governor's moves to try and shore up the border.
Yeah, that's interesting. You know, initially, Senator Kelly, who'll be my opponent in November, said he wanted to study the border problem. You know, Dagan, for 8 years, I was a commanding general of the Guard. We deployed guardsmen to the border to surge our great Border Patrol agents. And until literally recently, just in the last couple of days, the Biden administration is the first in the last 20 years to not even acknowledge that they would spend federal resources to help our great Border Patrol, ICE, and Immigration Services officers down there. And we're literally leasing hotels here in the area to take the overflow from Border Patrol detention facilities in Yuma.
What else can the state do and border states do, whether it's Arizona, New Mexico, or especially Texas, to try and stem the flow of illegal immigrants into the state, or even just to handle the influx of illegal migrants?
Well, Dagan, you know, what we've done here in Arizona is we've surged the guardsmen under the authority of the governor down to local sheriffs to help with public safety, transportation, and temporary housing. But we can't actually do any border enforcement. That's been ruled on by the federal government. That's Biden and Kelly's responsibility. I'm working hard for the citizens of this state to wrestle back control of that. And I'd like them all to go to my website, ElectMick, that's electmick.com, to help support me to do that. This is a tough problem we have, and it's going to affect the entire country.
What are the other major issues in Arizona that might be unique to the state that are important? I would say that we're all facing skyrocketing inflation in many ways. Nationwide wages, our real wages are falling. That our average hourly earnings in June and even year over year are not keeping up with inflation. But what else will be your kind of linchpins in your campaign?
Well, it's interesting you say that. I've had people just in the last 6 weeks that I've been out on the trail. There's a lot of energy on the trail right now amongst Republicans about gaining back control. This radical move to the left is really affecting them. They're very concerned about S1 and HR1, federal overreach into not only our elections, but everything that happens with our civil liberties here in this state. They're very worried about encroachment of academic extremism into our schools and the state replacing parents. And very, very clear in Arizona, a very gun-friendly state, they're very worried about their Second Amendment rights. You know, not getting a lot of press right now, Dagan. Mark Kelly's going to be advancing this gentleman Chipman, who was on his board at the Anti-Second Amendment nonprofit he was a part of. I think he's clearly conflicted out, and Arizonans are concerned about that. They're concerned. We have a strong history of rugged individualists, and our Second Amendment rights are important.
Liz P., jump in.
So whatever happened to the election audit in your state? Can you bring us up to date on that?
Yeah, that's being handled by the Arizona Senate. They are hopefully going to wrap up their report very, very soon. I said this weekend at a Trump rally that the big lie, Liz, in the media, mainstream media and on the left, is that we can't have two things at once. The two things are greater voter integrity, transparency in our process, and election security, and expand participation. I look forward to the next session where our state Senate will, at the federal level, we're going to hold off H.R. 1, H.R. 4, and these other kind of overreaches into the state and hopefully improve election security and voter confidence.
General Mick McGuire, thank you for being here this morning. We will see you soon.
Thank you, Dagen.